Welcome back to the Brothers Grin. For you guys that want a little payback for some work colleagues here, and sometimes we have trouble with ladies and we don't know how to get them back. I got a story from Reddit. It said, made 2 colleagues put weight on. Had 2 rather nasty women working with me. I called them the gruesome twosome. Nasty people went out of their way to prevent a promotion and gossiped about me, lied, etc. Not the worst people, but just nasty. Anyway, they were chatting about how they were both on a diet, going to some kind of gathering where they monitor their weight. I don't know, Weight Watchers, I assume. Don't think much of it until another department left us some Easter eggs in the office. The eggs got wolfed within a few days by the gruesome twosome. They seemingly couldn't resist the pile of chocolate, a bit harsh on the other staff who were also entitled to them, but those eggs went fast. So I started bringing goodies in, going out of my way to find things which had a lot of calories, leaving them in the office, donuts, brownies, biscuits, sweets. They would always go fairly quick.
Dubious.
Dubious, right? I did consider making my own stuff using lard, but I don't have the time and I don't have it in me. Anyway, they didn't appear to lose weight. They spent a lot of time talking about dieting whilst also eating the goodies I was bringing in. It all got made redundant anyway. This is an easy way to get back at them without causing any harm on my appearance or my career. Sometimes I would find high-calorie food and put low-calorie labels on it. Just to
Dear
get
God.
Hey, good for him, man. I mean, if they want to,
He would find high-calorie food
yeah,
and
like
put
sugar-free
low-calorie labels on it.
chocolate, stuff like that,
That's diabolical. That's diabolical. Like, that's some serious pettiness, but in a good way.
Hey, there was a guy at work that used to do that. He'd come up and be like, there'd be like half a pie left. He'd be like, anybody want this last slice of pie? And we all joke about it at work. And the comments is like, if they sabotage their own diet while doing it, that's kind of double win for you. Not the cleanest revenge, but definitely a sweet one.
That's definitely some rugged situation, man. I mean, if they being that much of a nuisance at
petty.
work, well, no, not. I mean, when you work with somebody that only God knows what that person is justifying to themselves to be that kind of problem at work to their coworkers. And everyone has people like that at their work. I have people like that at my work where it's just like, this person is just excessively unhappy, or they try to just rain on your parade all the time, or they say things that are backhanded, or they discount things, or they make comparisons to diminish what you're saying or your accomplishments or anything like that. We all have those people. And I don't it just stems from unhappiness, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
to
get them back though, man.
It's kind of sad too, though. Like we talk about other time, you want to uplift people or compliment people, try to make them feel better about themselves. When you don't need those kind of compliments and you have that inner confidence or that inner happiness or everything's going okay for you or etc., whatever. I'm not saying you're thinking you're above people, but you're okay with everything that's going on. When guys make stupid comments at work, sometimes I'll just sit back, not say anything, and just look at them and just continue on about my business. And that kind of kills it right there. They don't get a rise out of you,
Yeah,
One person.
you don't contribute to essentially what is that energy train. Like, I don't have anything to input into this because it doesn't matter to me. We've talked about it a lot, but there's a lot of people out there that like to discount other people to make themselves feel better, and that stems back. Like, we grew up with that,
Yeah.
We grew up with a bunch of stuff, and we know what that is. And as an adult, I see those situations. I just tell
Miss me
people that
with
talk
that.
smack to me, I'm like, do you want the smoke? Do you want that smoke right now? Your comments are telling me that you want that smoke and you're ready for it, because I will.
I was going to say, what's funny though, is like growing up in the 90s, like
Yeah.
all we did was cap on each other all the time.
Yeah.
And anybody out there watching, like you're a 90s kid, you know what I'm talking about. We didn't have all this social media. We tried to clown on our homies till they cried. You know what I mean? They ain't ready for that.
We were 90s teens. We were 80s
these
kids,
millennial
but
kids
90s
weren't ready
teens.
for it. You
Nah,
lay it down
well,
hard.
that's the
They're
thing,
just
bro.
like,
See, you're gonna talk smack thinking you slick with it, but you're gonna go home after I'm done talking. You're gonna start self-reflecting, and you're gonna probably cry yourself to sleep later on tonight, because it's just, I don't like that kind of banter. There's no reason for it, man. Especially as adults, let's not be that kind of person, especially in the workplace. It's different with friends.
don't get me wrong.
But
yeah, I'm not so stoic that I'm like, nothing affects me or no.
oh, shit,
Like, I'm just
I
like,
get pissed off all the fucking
yeah,
time.
I mean,
I'm good about it. I'm good.
That's it. Like, I try not to let it. But one guy in here on the comments says, sound like your employer's got a lot of dead weight to get rid of, literally.
Ooh.
some funny comments in here. One person said it reminded them of the episode of The Office where they got Jim to make the meatballs or something like that.
Oh, I
There's,
love The Office. What episode
yeah,
was that? Hmm. Well, I mean, also too, like if you're gonna diet, man, be strict about it, dude. You know, they weren't bad people, they weren't mean at work or nothing. But I had some coworkers out were cool. As a mom and a daughter that I worked with for a while, super awesome ladies, and they were in there drinking protein, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get into shape," and I was like, "You don't need protein.
if that
Like,
shape is
you're all
round.
you're going to do is add weight to you. You're not being active in the way that that protein will be utilized. Like, you're you're moving, but you're not." Burning excess, you're not heart rate up, you're just going to get big in the midsection and stuff, and it came from a place of seriousness and not concern, but like just
One
solid
person's like,
information.
man, you're a comic book villain. I hail your name.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, nah, he's a not a villain, man. He's a hero. That man's a hero on so many levels, dude. We need more of that in life, man. These
I
people
want to
people
hear
like those
some.
ladies shouldn't be able to skate, or
Yeah.
run shit or
I'm not saying you got to
anything,
be mean to people. What he did was mean that they made their own decisions. You know, you want to eat what you want to eat. That's on you. If you got a goal to achieve, you got to do things to achieve that goal. If you're going to sit here and bettering yourself is all about yourself, so
Well, I mean, maybe not we all know, but you and I know
yeah,
anything that matters and is worth doing usually takes time and takes sacrifice. It's
that's why
If it's
95% of the people
important
don't do
and
it.
it's worth it, those things are demanded from it, time and sacrifice. It is what it is. But that's crazy though. That man definitely, or woman, I don't know if it said man or
It was
woman.
a dude. It
It
was
was
a
a
guy.
dude.
Yeah. Cause he didn't want to
I
be
love
mean
it.
to him because they were ladies, and he's like, I
Yeah.
just found a nice little way to get back at him. And that's what I was saying. It's dubious, but in a good way.
Oh,
It's
that's the
hilarious.
best though. That petty revenge kind of stuff coming from a good place. Like,
Yeah, this
but
is a good
you
story
know,
though. You know what I mean? It ain't no harm, ain't no foul, and ain't. I like hearing good work stories like this. But
it,
it just, I could just see them walking in. Every time they take a bite, you're over here like side eyeing and Sharon, I brought some chocolate custard donuts today.
these low calorie freaking glazed filled donuts.
There's what was that old movie Bedazzled where he's like, or what was it where he's like, yeah, I went in and I removed every calorie just for you. I forget what movie that is, but
I
anyway,
don't know, but that's
yeah,
hilarious.
some funny stuff right there. All right, we'll keep this one short. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Later, everyone.